decided against it. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for making time today. I truly appreciate your time. So I want to give you as much value, and on this beautiful Friday morning over here in Norway. First of all, I would like to say that the time could not be better for us to be visible online. The thing about Corona, the pandemic, it makes it such that we are not able to meet one another so much. And I personally miss all these networking sessions that I always go for. Every single month, I will go for this business networking sessions where you get to meet, and then you get to shake hands, you get to stand in front of others and shine and try to connect with people. It is really not the same trying to connect or engage people online and in person. It's much easier when you're able to see it in person, but this is a premise, and this makes it even more so important that we learn how to do this well, that we're still able to connect and engage even online. Yeah. So a little bit about myself. I'm not going to go very much into it, but I'm born and raised in Singapore, but I've lived in Norway for 11 years now. It hasn't been a very easy journey for me, but I believe very strongly that everything negative that happens to us, there is a silver lining, that the universe or God is teaching us something. I'd like to bring everyone to my 5th year of running the business, which was last year. So after looking for jobs for about 300 jobs, sending 300 applications and not able to find any single job, or I did go for some interviews but not able to find it, I was thrown into a situation whereby I made the decision I am going to go into entrepreneurship. It has been such a beautiful journey for me, which is why I am on a mission to get as many people to join me in becoming an entrepreneur. Yeah. So in my 5th year of being an entrepreneur, I had established a travel agency which had grown its brand. I've been published in online magazines. I have been invited to be on podcast. I have been invited to be on podcast. I have been on a Facebook Live with a radio DJ in Singapore, talking about the Northern Lights, and there were like about 4,000 persons who tuned in that evening. Imagine. I've been published in Singapore newspaper several times now, and the one that I'm most proud of was that when I launched my book about the Northern Lights, I was featured in the TV, as in news TV. Never in my whole life that I thought I could be news, that I was like the main news. Because when it comes to newspaper, it's slightly different. But you know, when you have a slot in the TV, news TV, that's something else. It was not the first time I was featured on TV. I was featured previously with some of my partners who are also doing Northern Lights. So it was just not totally on me. But this time around, November 2019, I was featured on TV, and it was just all about me. It's about me, a Singaporean who has been living in Norway for 11 years and is running several businesses. While everything looks very good, people don't know this, but just like everybody else, I'm normal in that sense, and that is I have a self-limiting belief that I thought I could only have one business. just one. That's what I thought. That for all my life, for the rest of my life, maybe I'll just have only one, because I thought I would not be able to focus on more than one, and I will not be able to manage more than one business. So one fine day, again, at a networking session, I was part of a global women club. A majority of us are from Europe, but it is branching out. And in fact, 2019, when I was in Singapore, the club opened its Singapore club that time in November. So my club director of Oslo, we were talking one day, and then she said, you know what, Surati, I seriously think you should be a public speaking coach. And I was like thinking, like, what? Me? Really? I really, my legs were a bit like shaking a little bit, because I never thought that I could be a coach, because I thought, you need to be an expert to be a coach. Eventually, I mean, she left the club, but before she left, she told all the members that Surati is gonna come up with this workshop. At that point of time, I was sitting in my seat. I'm like, this workshop, I had no clue what this workshop is gonna be like. What am I gonna say? I had absolutely no idea. But when she left, I thought, am I gonna do this or not? Am I really gonna do this or not? So I tracked back my steps. And I realized that I have been on stage since I was 7 years old. It was a poem recitation, and I won first prize. Moving on from there, year after year, up till I was 10 years old, I would participate in storytelling competition, year after year. And thanks to me and my mom, this collaboration, this partnership that I have with my mom, I won every year. And I will remember every single morning I'll be sitting on a stool, standing up and telling the story. And my mom would say, don't do that, it doesn't look good. Oh, you forgot this line, because you got to memorize. So every single day I would do that, but I enjoyed it. And I think the fact that I won made it a bit easier for me to move on. I also realized that in my career, I have been given many opportunities to present. And in my last organization, I was a designated one of the few, one of three persons who are designated to speak whenever we have a delegation from overseas or a delegation from the government. So I have given presentations to countless groups, volunteer groups, parents, students, members of management, members of staff, which is very different when you present to management and staff, and also to members of parliament, as in, ministers. So I've also facilitated discussions with them as well, looking at policy issues and so on. On top of that, I have also written speeches for CEOs. So I truly am really humbled by the opportunity and the trust that is being given by me. So not only have I been delivering, I have presentations, but I had also developed several speeches for the CEOs. The one that I'm most proud of is that a presentation that I was asked to develop for a minister, now a retired minister. His name is Professor Yaakob Ibrahim. So I did his speech as well as the full multimedia presentation with videos and newspaper articles and reports and stats and the whole works. And that particular presentation was delivered by him at a conference which was attended by the Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. So I'm truly humbled. And of course, I mean, while I am in Norway, I have given many business pitches as well, almost every month. And the last one that before COVID, it was in London, a conference in London where I delivered my pitch, talking about my business and talking about how an outdoor tour is able to boost a company's productivity. Yeah. So that's when I realized that this is on the cards for me. This is really on the cards for me, that I am meant to do this, and it is up to me to embrace it. That God has given me all these opportunities, not for nothing. And we are a custodian. We are custodian of the expertise that God has given us. And what are we doing with it? It is our job. It is the trust that the universe or God has given to us to make sure that this particular expertise is conveyed and such that it will impact others. Yeah. So this is my mission. Ever since last year, I accept that I am a badass storyteller. I'm a very good storyteller. I know that. I've come to accept it, that I am a very good storyteller. And that's very important. This is about alignment. That's number one. Number two, I also accept that my job, my role on earth, if there's one thing that I'm going to do till the day I die, and that is to help unleash the voice of everyone, especially women. My job is to unleash the voice, the potential of every single person, so that you too, or every single person out there, is able to impact others with what they know. So that's my mission, my life mission. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. Moving on. So this is me. This is me as a little girl. This was, I think I was 9 years old over here, and that is my beloved mother. She's my first public speaking coach. So many people might be thinking like, oh, is she a coach or something, your mother? No. She's not, she has never worked in an office. She's not an administrative person. She's a typical housewife. But what makes my mom different is that she is a tiger mom. You know what are tiger moms, right? For those of us in Asia, yeah, tiger moms are mothers who are going all out to make sure that your child does well. Okay, and she's strict. She's very disciplined, and I love her to death for that, because that's what made me the person that I am. Yeah, so mwah. All blessings to the old lady who is in Singapore right now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about today the 5 misconceptions about public speaking, and I want to talk about context. Okay, what context is this going to be? The 5 misconceptions. It is applicable if you are doing a presentation for corporate. It is applicable, these 5 misconceptions. Okay, you can apply them. It is applicable if, let's say, you are doing a public, if you are doing a business speech, it is applicable. It is also applicable if you are basically addressing your family members during Christmas party. It's also applicable. All right, so I just want to put it out there. That's the context we're talking about here. I know that some people are telling me, you know what, Surati, Christmas is coming. Some people are very nervous because, you know, they have to come out and speak a little bit. Previously, when we have Christmas party in the office, you know, you can just hide here behind someone, hide behind a pillar or something, and don't have to speak. However, now it's going to be online, and some Christmas parties are going to be on Zoom. That means I cannot escape, you know, I have to say something. So so what I'm going to talk about today, about the 5 misconceptions about public speaking, is applicable to any kind of delivery that you're looking at. All right, let's start. First misconception: public speaking has nothing to do with the mind. It has everything to do with the heart. Okay, and that's the plain truth. It is not about connecting or impressing people mentally. Okay, yes, you can put up your stats. I have done that too. You can put up the trend analysis. You can put up the reports. But at the end of the day, your main objective is not to connect with them mentally. No. The main objective is to connect with them at the heart. Okay? And this is marketing 101, I will say. Everything that we do in marketing has to do with emotions. If it doesn't move you, that means the marketing is not good. Okay? So even if, let's say, I were to be presenting stats, some trends, very alarming trends about the community to a minister, for example, he will look at it and from a mental point of view first, and then it will tug his heart and he will say, oh my God, I got to do something. Our community is suffering. Heart, emotions. And that's when he's going to say, okay, let's do something about this. This is a rising trend. We have to help people. Heart. It's always heart. Okay. So if you're coming from a point of view that, oh, I have to come up with the best information, a lot of information, not true. Okay, it is not, I'm moving on to the next one. It is not about information, and especially not information for information's sake. So you have people putting up slides, like a very complicated slide, with lots of arrows, very complicated tables, and people have to squint their eyes to see because the words are so small. That's a misconception. That's another misconception. Okay. It's not about information. It's about ideas. It's about creating awareness. And the whole purpose of the awareness and these ideas is to trigger an action. Okay, like I said, you can start with the mind. It has to go through the heart. If it doesn't go through the heart, there's no action. When you're compelled to do something, then it works. All right. So it applies even for when you're pitching your business, right? So the number one rule. So I'm going to share with you my important tips right now already. Okay. Number one rule when you are speaking about a business, how do you start? You got to start with the problem. You got to start with the issues that your potential clients are facing. Start with the issues. Start with the problems, because then you will know that you are hitting them in the heart. You want your potential clients to say, she understands me. She's talking about me right now. She really knows what I am feeling. Okay, so that's what it's about. So the objective, most of us don't understand what is the objective of public speaking. The objective is to hit the heart and then being able to trigger an action. Okay, so that's the objective. And if you understand this, you will definitely shift the way you deliver your content. All right. Then you will move away. You will move away from all those very, very nasty slides that make people feel confused. Okay. The rule of thumb is this for me. If people are confused, I'm sorry. That means you're not doing a good job. Okay. The whole point is to make people feel very comfortable and they understand. Very quickly, I'm reminded of a very funny story, true story. While I was in Singapore, the company was going through a restructuring. So all the officers, including myself, we were divided into like about 8 teams. And these teams are cross-departmental teams. Yeah, so every team will look into a particular area. It could be financial, research, it could be staff, welfare, things like that. So one day, one person was supposed to present, and she, well, if I can say so, everyone knows that she likes to make it sound like, this information is very complex, because she's in the research department. It's very complex. Oh, when I'm like, dear me, in human resource, I'm trying to understand, oh, you mean this? No, it's more than that. When I'm trying to paraphrase, like, oh, maybe you mean this. No, it's even more complicated than that. Okay, so one day she had to present to the CEO. She went to the second slide and it was so, oh my God, I still remember that slide. It was so complicated, a very massive diagram. She was only on the second slide. the CEO said, stop, you're not continuing to present anymore. Go back, come back next week with the second slide again. So the next group has to come in, to present. So that was funny, and that stays in my mind, because if you're making people confused, you're off track, baby. All right. Next one, misconception number 3, and this is very, very important. Okay, I heard it on Mind Valley by one author, and he says, "You think your life is about you? It's not. It is not about you. Your life is about the lives of others that you are going to touch with your message, with your expertise." When I heard that, everyone, I just broke down. I felt so small. The bunch of us, or many of us business owners, we feel like, oh, we are running our business, getting all the branding together, getting all the limelight. And we thought that, okay, this is about me trying to make the money. It is not. Okay, sure, we need to make money to stay afloat. We need to live, yes. But our businesses are actually a vehicle to help others, to impact others, right? And even my travel agency, the whole point is to make people happy. So that's how I impact the others. And the Northern Lights experience is a spiritual one. It makes people feel closer to God, if I can say so. People who are even not very God conscious, when they see the Northern Lights, they tend to say, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God!" They cannot believe it. Yeah. So I'm gonna reiterate this again. Your presentation, your public speaking, your business, your work, your job, it is not about you. The spotlight is on you, but it is not about you. It is about the lives of others that you are supposed to touch. So look at it this way, that you are but a vessel, that something is supposed to go through you. Okay? And this is very much in line with my personal mission that I talked about just now. That this is my life mission. That my job is to unleash the potential of many others who are struggling to convey their message, so that once that message comes out, they can in turn impact others. All right. So I'm going to tell you what my one of my coaches will always say to us: get over yourself. Just get over yourself and your prima donna status or prima donna thoughts. Just get over yourself, get out of the way for yourself, and go do the work. Okay? When you understand this point, I tell you, you are not going to step back. Okay? When you understand the reason why I was given the position to present to my members of staff. Okay? Why was I given the opportunity to present to parents, to members of parliament, to students? All of that is leading to something. And all this, not information, the aha moment is supposed to run through me and to impact the others, so that they can be triggered and they can take action. All right? So once again, the spotlight is on you. Yes, the spotlight is on you. But you know what? Don't be nervous. Don't be if you are nervous, I totally understand. If you're nervous because you're afraid you're going to be judged, I totally get that. But remember, it's the people are waiting to hear your message. I want to just talk about, share a very quick story. Okay, very, very quickly. There is a Cherokee story whereby a grandson asked a grandfather, I saw 2 wolves. One wolf is greedy, nasty, selfish. This wolf wants harm to others. And then there's another wolf. This wolf is kind. and wants to make an impact to the world. This wolf is generous. This wolf only says positive things. This wolf only wants to uplift others. And these two wolves were fighting. So, they were fighting. So when so in the end, the grandson said, um, who won this fight? Who won this fight between these two wolves? And the grandfather says, the wolf that won is the one that you feed. So which wolf are you feeding? Are you feeding the wolf that is going to criticize you? And that makes you want to step back and not want to deliver your message? Or are you delivering? Or are you serving? Or are you feeding the good wolf? Because the good wolf is out there, and the good wolf is kind. Yeah? So think about that. I love that story. Next misconception. This is a very, very typical misconception. In the olden days, where the masculine energy is stronger in the whole world, okay? I would say that. Think about all those dictators. They're all men, mostly. And even, I'm not going to say that because they're men, then they have masculine energy. Every one of us, we have both energies. We have the masculine and the feminine energy. So for the longest time, the way business have been run, it has been run via the masculine energy. That means when people introduce themselves, you will say, hi, I have been in business for over 20 years now. I have worked with over 10 companies and thousands of clients. They have all made, each of them, 1 million turnover, so on and so forth. For the longest time, it's about coming up front and introducing yourself like as if you are Superman. Okay? The whole purpose was actually, the introduction was to show that you are the macho one, you are the powerful one, and you are the confident one. The thinking behind that is that if you show others that you are confident, you're powerful, it will go back and it will make you feel that way. However, social media has changed this. Social media has totally, radically shifted how communication is conveyed. Okay, I want to say that the future is feminine, because the way we convey information now, we start with a vulnerable story. Feminine energy has to do with engagement, connection, collaboration. Okay, on the other hand, masculine energy has to do with everybody listening to you. I'm the only one who's leading. It's a one-man show. Everybody has to no other people's opinion is important. Only my opinion is important. Sounds familiar? Sounds like a certain figure in the world. Yeah. But here's the thing: the whole world has changed. Not just through social media, but the business world has evolved. And the way everyone is introducing themselves right now is with a vulnerable story. If you notice, how did I introduce myself? I talked about how I had my self-limiting belief that I thought I could only have one business. I wasn't confident at all. And when the director told me you should be a coach, I'm like, who am I to be a coach? The last thing I want is to have an imposter syndrome and pretending to be a coach when actually I'm not. So the world has changed. And this tactic, this strategy of introducing yourself with a vulnerable story, it is not just done by women. Okay, I have seen so many men now, either online or on the stage, introducing themselves with a vulnerable story. And so this is the other misconception, that you're supposed to come out and looking like Superman. No. Be vulnerable, connect with people, because that's how we engage. That's how we connect with one another. When we are talking about a vulnerable story, that's where we're not looking for sympathy, but we're looking for a connection where people say, I hear you, sister. I get what you're saying. Okay, so this is another misconception, that you're supposed to be very braggy, but really on the contrary, it's not. The strategy when you're introducing yourself, you should be starting with a vulnerable story. Misconception number 5. This is more applicable to those who run businesses. But if you don't, I personally think that it is just as important for you to make an offer. Okay, misconception number 5 is that a call to action is not important. So if you're a business person, you know what is a call to action. Basically, it means after you pitch or talk about your business, you are supposed to make an offer. You're supposed to tell people, this is what I'm offering, whether you want to come on board or not, so on and so forth. Okay, here's the plain truth. An offer is actually conveying this point. If I am making an offer, I am saying, I believe in you and I'd like to help you in your transformation. And let me get you there, from here to there. Okay, so a lot of people are shy to offer their services. A lot of people are shy to offer their products. Maybe some of you have a certain kind of supplements that can really help people to lose weight, and you have seen the result. It has worked very well. So many people have benefited from there. And when you know someone who really could use that help, you shy away. Okay, you say, no, no, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Another time. If you look at it as you are actually offering value, you are helping that person, you will never be hesitating to make an offer. So a call to action is super important, because you want to help the person moving forward. If a person has come to you and told you about the problems, or you address a group and they have talked about the problems, or you have put out the issues that are commonly faced by your target audience, they have opened up their hearts to you. Doesn't mean that they have to talk about it. The fact that they're listening to you, they are there because there is a problem. Otherwise, they don't come to you, right? They are not here. They're not there for your webinar because they are doing well, because they have an issue that they want to solve. So if you go away, move from the table without offering something, you're trying to say that, no, it's okay, thank you for spending the time and opening your heart to me. All right, let's move on. Something is hanging there. Okay, so remember, a call to action is a communication, a form of communication to others that, hey, I can help you. Let me get you there. Yes, thank you so much for attending today. All of you who have attended today, I am going to give you an ebook. This is my ebook, the one that I've been talking about. This is my ebook about the Northern Lights, talking about how to find the Northern Lights. So everyone here is going to get it over email. You can download it. It's about 80 pages. I do sell my ebook, but I'm going to give you for free for those who attend. I'm going to stop share now, just to see if everyone is still around. Okay. Nice to see you. How's everyone doing? So that is the gist of my presentation. And I want to now move on to the offer, if you don't mind. Yes, because it is so important for us to make sure that people are not left hanging. So in addition to, let me just, I cannot, okay, let me do it this way. Yes, then I can still see you while I do this. All right, good. So in addition to this, I do have other goodies that I want to offer. Okay, so this is my call to action. As what I said, this is my extension, an extension of my love to help you transform. So I have 3 different packages. So the first package has to do with a hands-on workshop. I have done this before. And even though it was 3 hours, my clients were raving about it. And they got so much value out of it that they went on to purchase this one. This is a 6 weeks program. Let me talk about this one first. Okay, this one is going to happen on the 3rd of November. And it's called Ask Me Anything. Ask me anything about public speaking. We're going to focus on how to be visible online and how to deliver killer presentations. But you know what? This one, for these 3 hours, is going to be more focused on you. Because I know all of us have these burning questions. Like, how do I get over this? Why am I still nervous? The nerves, oh my goodness. It has a lot to do with you thinking that you are being judged. And it has a lot to do with us subconsciously, unconsciously feeding the bad wolf. We are catering to those people who are bad, who's going to judge us. And the other thing is also, the one who's really judging us is us ourselves. So if you're able to work on your internal program, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in my course. So this one is about you getting from me. So that I want you to start somewhere. You have some questions, right? So you're going to start with the questions, and my hope is that you start working on it. For this one is 6 weeks. So public speaking is not about you go for a one-time workshop and voila, I am transformed. Now I can speak to the world. It's not like that. It's not even 2 sessions. No, it doesn't work that way. It is, and my clients know this. They will always tell me, you know what, Surati, it is true what you said. It's a switch. It's either a switch or it's like a tap. Okay, my job is to open that tap for you. So the moment you've unleashed this ability, you're gonna fly. You're gonna fly, baby. All right, and I'm not just speaking like for fun or making a joke, but I'm gonna show you some of my clients and talk a bit about them. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen in the 6 weeks. I have gone through like my clients with the heaviest of fear. This is a group coaching, so by right I should not be working like separately one-on-one, but because I knew that this client was so close, she's so close, after every single workshop, everyone has to go and do something. You have to go and speak online, you have to speak live. We're going to take baby steps, because some people are so afraid that they will not even want to have an audience. So what I do is we have a private group. So you're going to start talking inside that group first. And some people will take first week, second week, third week, and by the 4th week, by the 3rd or 4th week, I say, now it's time. You're going to go live, not in the private group. You talk to your crowd, you know. You talk to these are just your friends, your Facebook friends. These are your people. And some people have a lot of issues. Why? It's a lot to do with the internal programming. What are the things that you're saying yourself? Or maybe some people are saying that to you. So I also have a client who's very good at speaking in 2 languages, but when it comes to English, she starts censoring herself. She can speak to me in English very well, but then when we're gonna do publicly, I said, did someone tell you that you're not good in English? Yeah. Do I know this person? So it's what we are telling ourselves that is really holding us back. Yeah. So we're going to work a lot about your internal programming. It's not going to happen one day. It's not going to happen within a three-hour workshop. No, it's not. That's why it has to be 6 weeks. And people, can't you do it for just 1 month? It was tough because I do not want you to learn this 6 weeks and then okay, finish. I'm not going to do it again ever because I've already done it. No, the point is to find this courage, and then you're going to run. You're going to go and impact people. So then you also have the 3 months intensive. So 3 months intensive is for those who are really, 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 really shy, that you don't think you even want to be in a group. Okay. So, and you think that there is something else. And these are also for people who have self-limiting beliefs, which are a little bit heavier. Maybe you have tried it, or you tried many times. And there are people who tell me that, that these things happened to me when I was young. That thing happened to me when I was young. When I said, you have already overcome it. So when was the last time you spoke, in public? Yeah, in the 80s, I did do Tupperware parties. And how often do you do it? Every week. So you've overcome this, because she had a childhood trauma of being laughed at when she presented. She was in front of the class. I said, you have already overcome it. You've done this in the 80s, you've sold Tupperware. But yet, 2020, she's still talking about the childhood trauma. Okay? This is also part of hiding behind the trauma, making that the blame. Like, I cannot move on because of the trauma. But we're going to look at this also. Okay? This is not laughing matter. All right? I understand this totally. Okay, because it's something that is very deeply seated inside. So we got to work in your internal programming so that you will be able to come out. So this is, I'm going to work on this a lot in the 6 weeks. But if, let's say, you think you need more help, you need one-on-one, you can always do a 3 months intensive with me. All right, so these are some of my clients. Okay, Vidmante is one person who is super, super shy. When the first time I met her, just before Corona, like maybe three days before the lockdown in Norway. So super, super soft-spoken. If you go on my page, I do have some of her. I'm gonna put out one interview with her. And I am humbled and honored that after the program, everyone is supposed to talk about, so how are you gonna be impacting lives with your newfound voice now? So what Vidmante wanted to do was to talk to mothers who had lost their children, because she had lost her kid. Okay. And of course, there were all ladies, so we were like tearing, the whole buckets, we're crying buckets during that support call. And today, Vidmante is really killing it out there. She's starting to talk in Lithuanian language, because that's her mother tongue. But I believe she's going to be starting to talk in Norwegian as well soon. And she's been doing that slowly on her Facebook Live. And she has actually now, when was the course? I think I did that with them in April, May. And now is what, October? Or rather in August, September, she was already approached by a magazine, because they wanted to feature, because they think that her voice, her message is so important. So they featured her. She has also been chased after by other bigger companies, well, bigger coaches who want to collaborate with her, because they feel like she has something that they can work together with, so that they can work hand in hand. So that's Vidmante for you. She's not the only one who has made huge strides. I'm going to show you someone else, Prashanta, later on. Okay, so Vidmante says, thank you, Surati. This course opened new doors for myself and my business. So I am forever, forever humbled by this, that my course led her to become so brave and to talk about something that is so sensitive. So even though I don't understand a word she's saying when she's doing her live, it moves me. And that's when you know that the message is delivered. Okay. I'll be moved to tears because I could hear her voice, I could see her face, I can feel her presence. That message is already received and is beyond words. So a lot of us are very much into the choice of words. Keep filtering yourself, not the right word, not the right word, because you keep filtering yourself. It is not about words. It is about, it's more than that, okay? It's only 7% of an effective presentation. Only 7% is dependent on words. Everything else is about body language. Okay? Everything else is about presence. Everything else is about your sincerity coming through. Okay? All right, so that's Vidmante. I'm super, I'm beyond proud of her. Freya attended my three-hour course, just a 3-hour one. And she said, you made it feel so easy. And I suddenly felt like, hell yes, of course, I can do this. So Freya is also another very soft-spoken healer. Okay. And then you have Dr. Marie Gunesta, a very good close friend of mine. She says Surati has tons of experience that she shares generously. She comes from the heart, and therefore she is the right woman to teach you how to pitch from the heart. By the way, my company is called Pitch from Your Heart. That's my public speaking company's name. All right. This is Prashanta. Due to shortage of time, I'm not gonna play this one, but I want to talk about Prashanta. Prashanta attended my 6 weeks program. Prashanta is not new to public speaking. She can do it. She's been doing all her life. She's a leader. She's been working in Norway for many years in the corporate side, leading big teams in Norway. However, she is starting to become a business person. And when it comes to business pitching, she doesn't know how to do it. Because when you do it in the corporate world, it's slightly different. It's very top down, right? Because we are trained that way. But now more and more businesses are also learning the feminine way. The feminine language. You don't have to be, again, I want to mention, you don't have to be a woman to use the feminine energy. It's in both of us when you want to use it, which energy. But when you want to start your pitch, your business, you got to start with the feminine energy. So for Prashanta, this is the biggest part that she needs to work on. So for her coming into business, so that's when she came. And even though for someone who is used to public speaking, she has the gift of the gap. She actually found the course really useful. And I think the testimony of that is that Prashanta, after the course, she's gone all over, going full steam with the business. Okay, next one. It's gonna play after all. I think we're not. It's 3 minutes. Okay, I want to play this one. Cecil.
Hi there. I'm here at Surati's workshop, Kill It at Public Speaking, and I've just had an amazing workshop going through all the structure and the phases in a speech. I didn't know anything about it because I hardly been on stage, and I was like an open book when I got here. And the value I got out of this workshop, just for an hour, I have now the structure and I know how to practice and to become a better speaker. And I'm so grateful for Surati teaching me this. And I have a notebook this full, and I'm going to go home and practice because practice makes perfect. Thank you so much.
Did you see her fingers on her leg? She's moving. She was very nervous. I basically made her do it on the spot, like now, before you go home. And she was not gonna say no, because we've challenged her, build her up. She said yes. Am I gonna say no? You think my old self is gonna say no? But no, I'm not gonna back up. I'm gonna do it. So she did it. Okay, I'm very proud of her. All right, so I'm gonna open to question and answer if you have for me. I wanna just mention quickly, if you are interested, I'd be more than happy to speak to you and have a one-on-one chat. We have a 20-minute call, clarity call. I'm going to call it a clarity call so that you're clear. where you want to go from there, and how can I help you. So this one, I wanted to mention that this one costs 1,000 kroner. 1,000 kroner is about 100 euros. Okay, so this, sorry, I've put down on my website now, just now, I just tweaked it, 980 kroners for those who live in Norway. So it's 980 kroners for this 3 hour. Don't underestimate just that the fact that it's 3 hours, like what the others are saying, they got a lot of value from it. And this one is 9,700 kroner. Okay, so if let's say you were to buy the program for me, either today or tomorrow, okay, I hate those coaches where they make you sign up like on the spot within 1 hour, within 2 hours. I hate that because I hate it when I'm being put on pressure. So I'm not going to put you through that. I'm not going to say that if you buy now, you buy today. So I'm going to give you 24 hours until tomorrow, until the end of tomorrow, to approach me. And if you're comfortable, it has to be easy. I don't want people to feel like, oh, you have to go and buy, you must. I don't want, because I want you to come to me with ease. For me, it's all about ease and flow. Okay, no no tightness, no tension. I don't like that. Enough of that. So this one is 9,007 krona, which is 970, about 970 euros. So on my website, it's written as krona, but it will convert to your currency accordingly. Okay, and if let's say you do buy, I really do value the fact that you are here. So you are gonna get my ebook for free. If you do buy from me today or tomorrow, if you decide to sign up, you are also gonna get a free one-on-one coaching with me. I have gone through so many courses in the past 6 years, and of course in Singapore, I mean, lots and lots of courses in the corporate company. And as a business owner, I have gone through courses that are groups as well. For certain issues, group coaching is good, okay? If let's say as a basis. But when it comes to the crunch, I realized that nothing beats one-on-one. So which is why I feel like it's so important, and this is my big gift to you. I am giving you free the one-on-one coaching from me. I charge 1,000 kroner, which is 100 euros per hour per person. So you are getting that value for free. Okay, so you're getting the value of 1,000 kroner of 100 euros for free from me, and to look into you one-on-one, because this one is a group coaching. This one is also group coaching. Okay, so if you decide to go with this or with that one, you are gonna get a one-on-one with me. A lot of magic happens when I do one-on-one, and I love it because that's when I can really connect and I can break it down for you. Okay, I told you the story about this other lady, right, who refused to do it. Everyone has done all the assignments and she cannot do it. When I had a one-on-one with her, I only had like about half an hour with, because my course was going to start with the rest of the group, and I did it for half an hour, and I said, okay, now you go ahead and do it. You don't have to come to the class now. You come a little later. Just go and do it. And you know what she said when she came back? And we were, yay! The whole group was like, yay! You did it! We saw it! Finally did it! You know what she said? She started laughing. She said, yeah, it's not that difficult actually. The whole group burst out laughing. It's not that difficult. Okay, great. So I know how I'm able to help you. I've done this before. I've done it a couple of times, and I've seen the results, and I'm humbled by the results given by my clients. And it's not like a one-time thing. They do that and finish. I'm continuously following them months after months. People like Prashanta and Vipmante and the rest, and Honey, people who are so shy. They are all kicking ass. They're kicking ass. They're really killing it out there. And I'm a cheerleader You have me for life. If you take me as a coach, you have me for life as a cheerleader. So they know that. They know that whatever it is that they're doing, I will be the one who's like broadcasting. Okay, so enough from me. That's my offer to you. Do you have any questions? I'll be more than happy if everyone can just unmute yourselves. If you want to say something or you want to ask any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself. Maybe since it's a very small group, so I will probably just stop share so that we can a bit closer, a little bit intimate. I am going to stop the recording here.